It's time for the Giz Wiz with Matt's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1853, recorded Thursday, October 14th, 2021. Now, the funnel start. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Anchor has a very interesting eyewear. We'll see it live. I have another powering your gadgets plus a what the heck is it and your videos all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, your Craigslist gadget guy, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing okay, and you, sir?
Doing pretty good. Doing good. Yeah. Fall is falling.
I hate it. It's getting dark.
It is. It's getting
ridiculously early.
I can't believe it. It crept up so quickly. I woke up this morning at my normal time, and it was just like, it's still night.
Yeah.
What is going
on? Exactly.
Oh man, it's crazy. So yeah. Do you have any? I've seen already. You have some big news to share.
Yes, I am. For the first time in probably 50 years, I am boatless.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I know. I sold my boat, and this guy, I don't know how he drove it, but evidently he did it in 44 hours and got here early. Was here early. Turned out to be.
He got here early. Last week we were saying.
Yeah.
Matter of factly, there's no way. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah.
He got there early.
He got there early. It was three brothers driving. I don't know how. Maybe they left earlier. But the good thing is this guy really knows boats. I went down there with Captain Eddie to impress him, but Captain Eddie has, I think, what's called a 50-ton license, and this guy has a 100-ton license.
Whoa!
Anyway, I shot a little video of. I thought I would not be able to be there when the boat left, but I thought, I think this is going to be okay. So this is one of the brothers, and they're pushing off, and. There we go. And so Captain Shane is at the wheel, and he has his son with him. And there's the last trip of the Farallon on the Hudson that I will see.
Wow. And
the interesting thing is that he said he's bringing it back to Farallon because he wants more electronics put in, and he wants Farallon to do it. So it's kind of great that the Farallon is going home.
That's crazy. It's going back to the factory.
Yeah. And also he's a good captain because he is swinging that boat around almost in its own length, which is very hard to do with a single engine. I mean, with twins, you can spin a boat endlessly in the same position.
Bye.
I think that goodbye really did it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we can go out there.
Man.
Yeah. So my Farallon is probably the way he drives is probably in California by now.
Right. Emotional.
Oh, yeah. And there was a very funny thing. Mo had sent me an email saying, if the guy's wife said that she doesn't know who you are, but she said, my husband thinks you're famous, you should charge him to sign the boat. Well, I didn't have the nerve to ask him any of that. But as we got to the dock, he said, could you sign the boat?
Oh.
And I said, are you kidding? Of course I can. He said, just write the year you bought it and write the year now and just sign your name. And I took a magic marker and on the wall of the boat, I bought the boat in 2000. sold it in 2021 and signed my name.
Oh man.
And the boat was repowered and all the instruments done over in 2017. But yeah, so I think the boat's going to be very fine.
That's great.
So that made it easier.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, a lot easier, I'm sure. That is. Oh man. It's really great that he's such a great guy and that you like him and he obviously knows boats. That's really good that it's going to a good home.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Man. Absolutely.
Man.
And you, anything thrilling? Did you sell your Tesla and have tears?
No, haven't done that yet. Have you heard about full self-driving though? And the safety score and all that stuff going on?
No, what's that?
So, you know how so Tesla, when you buy the Tesla, you have two options. You have autopilot. You can buy autopilot, or you can buy full self-driving. Right now, the full self-driving upgrade costs $10,000 added to the cost of your car. And what that will allow is for your car to go from point A to point B without any human interaction. Here's the thing. That's not developed yet. They still charge for it. And they will take your $10,000, but they have not delivered on the full self-driving capability yet. So if you buy the $10,000 upgrade, what you get is navigate on autopilot, which will do on-ramps and off-ramps, and it'll do a little bit extra than just normal autopilot.
Right. Normal
autopilot, it stays in your lane, it will keep its speed, keep its lane, and if you turn on the turn signal, it'll turn lanes. So but progress has been being made. People, there's been a beta of the full self-driving, and it is full self-driving, point A to point B. It's still not quite no human interaction. It's not at that point yet. You still need to be able to take over at any moment. You can't fall asleep behind the wheel, that sort of thing. Oh yeah, you get summoned. People in the chat room keeping me honest. You get a few extra features if you buy the $10,000 package. But full self-driving has been coming out slowly. But it's been very closed with a small group of beta testers. And so Elon Musk tweeted, it's coming out to everybody. There'll be a button. This is like months and months and months ago that he's saying this. There's be a button. People can just download it if they want. And that got revised to, okay, well, maybe we'll open up a little bit more. And anyway. We're here now, and the way that you are able to get the full self-driving beta is you have to enroll in the beta program, and when you do, you are now being scored on how safe you drive. And so you were given a safety score. So right now, every drive that I take in my Tesla is scored on safety. And if it's high, you're going to get the full self-driving beta faster, and if it's low, you'll get the full self-driving beta slower. So the first around 1,000 people were able to get the beta, in this more open format of the safety score, but you had to have a perfect safety score. You had to have a 100% safety score.
Oh my gosh.
So poor old me over here, I'm a pleb over here with my 96. I have a 96 safety score, which I feel like is pretty safe,
I think that's pretty good.
Pretty good. But no, I'm no full self-driving for me. And hopefully, this is what they've said, is that they'll roll this out over time to people with lower safety scores and things like that.
Do you get to see the range of scores?
I don't. I don't see. I wish I could tell. Am I in the 90th percentile?
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea.
Did someone have a 42? Because then you could feel really great about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Now, there are some people that have said, I'm not getting the full self-driving stuff, so there has been a hijinks of getting the lowest safety score possible. There's just all sorts of stuff. So yeah, someone's sharing, Scooter actually sharing a tweet from Elon in the chat. Full self-driving beta 10.2 rolls out Friday at midnight. This I think is pretty old. Yeah, this is on the 7th. So this is last week. And so you need to have 100 safety score. If that looks good, we'll gradually roll out to betas of 99 score and below. So yeah.
Oh, well, you're not too far down.
I'm not too far down. And I can improve my safety score, by driving better. And so hopefully by the time that the next safety score rollout happens, I will have a car that will be able to go from point A to point B doing turns, left, right hand turns, turn signal, on ramps, off ramps, like everything.
Could you just drive around the block and talk?
Totally.
And that would be 100%, wouldn't it?
Oh, so some people did that. Absolutely. People drove around the block, parked, and then never touched their car. They had maybe 2 cars that they could use. Eventually, once this all finally landed, it was known that you had to have driven at least 100 miles. So you had to have gone 100 miles. And
in the same trip?
No. A cumulative 100 miles.
Okay.
Over. And by the way, the safety score lasted for, it's still going on, but there was a week of the safety score without any full self-driving stuff being released. And then after a week, then they rolled out to people with 100 scores. It's really interesting stuff because, so there's, 5 different things that you're graded on: forward collision warnings, hard braking, aggressive turning, unsafe following, and forced autopilot disengagements. And so, I now, like every turn I'm taking, I'm just like a grandma. I'm like, gotta go really slow around this turn. If it's a red light, I'll just run it because, I can't hard brake. If I hard brake, then that'll affect my safety score. But if I run the red light, it'll think that I'm being safe. So I've been doing that all for about 2 weeks now. And so hopefully I am on the way. I will be able to tell you what it is like to have a full self-driving car, maybe in a few weeks, if all goes according.
And there's no law against that, right?
So currently, because you still have to be 100% paying attention and being able to take over at any time.
Oh, I see.
It's basically you're still at fault. If anything goes wrong, it's still your fault.
I see. Okay.
Now, once there's different, and I'm not up to date, or I don't have it in my head what the AI driving levels are, but there's different levels of AI driving. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think, is full autonomous, untouched by human driving. And so this is, I still think, at level 2, because a human has to be able to take over at any moment. And so if I got in an accident with it activated, I'd be liable still.
Okay.
But one day, hopefully, my car will be able to drive around without that, and then Tesla.
And then
will be liable.
the next upgrade is you will be allowed to be lounging in the back seat as the car drives.
Right. Exactly. Right. And once that happens, then Tesla's going to start their Uber service, and so you can just lend out your car all day, and it'll go pick up people and drop them off.
Yeah,
and hopefully nothing bad will happen. So anyway, that's something that's been going on with me over the past week, as I've been trying to drive as perfectly as possible with no issues. And it's funny because the safety score is based off of 1,000 miles, so it's your previous 1,000 miles. So if I wanted the perfect safety score, I would just drive 1,000 miles, perfectly. I just hit the highway. Right. You can turn on autopilot, and it ignores. So autopilot's, the little type, almost like AI driving. And if it's in that mode, then it ignores this. It doesn't affect your safety score, but it does raise your miles driven. So if I drive for 1,000 miles on autopilot, I'll have 100% safety score. I just need, a week or so I should have given it to the guy who picked up the boat, because he can drive a few 100 miles pretty quickly.
Could have gotten the perfect score in 3,000 miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
So let's jump into some gadgets.
Okay, we're going to jump into, and Chad's going to vanish for a moment because we're going to do a little demonstration that they made available. Okay, all right. So a few weeks ago, I had a one-on-one meeting with Anchor, embargoed meeting. things you could not talk about. And a lot of the stuff were improvements on everything that they make now. You know, their speakers and their vacuum cleaner and their locks and their security cameras. And then they said, and now we have Soundcore audio eyewear. Okay. And I thought, well, this is pretty neat. And the way they've done it is very neat. Okay. Each earpiece unattaches from the lens. So you can select from 10 different lenses, including prescription lenses, blue blocking lenses, polarized lenses, and the audio, there's 4 speakers in each earpiece, okay? Large speaker behind where in the back and in the front, a little tweeter so that you still have the stereo sound. And then you can change tunes by sliding your hand down the frame. You can say change tunes. It can recognize both of the automated services. Let me just look down here really
By the way,
quickly.
it's ready
to see
whenever we.
Oh, it's ready. Okay. Well, it went live yesterday. Okay, the embargo ended yesterday, and you can go to the website and try on the frames, which Chad is doing. Okay,
How do I look? How do I look? I think it looks pretty cool.
You know what? That works pretty good.
Yeah. I didn't have to install any software or anything. I just gave it access to my webcam. And these are the cafe glasses.
Yeah.
Can put on some sunglasses. Ooh, it's shady in here. I think this is pretty cool. I'm surprised. This seems really well done.
It's well done, but you don't have to sit there and just hold your head straight forward.
No, it's perfect. Oh, there we go. These look a little large. I will be.
Yeah, they do.
I'll be honest. These seem like a little bit like they're not. They go even behind my ear. That's insane.
That is so funny.
I've seen stuff similar to this before, but this is one of the best implementations of it that I've seen. I feel like I should turn all the way around. Tell me if it still works. Is it still working?
Oh, no, they fell off you.
Ah, dang it.
They're on the floor. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I think that's really neat.
I like this. And I can... Now, it does worry me that some of these seem really large on my face. See that?
That is, yeah.
There we go. I like these ones a lot.
They look good.
And then
someone was saying that you look great in the aviators.
Oh, the aviators. Okay, here, we'll put back on these aviators. There we go.
There you go.
How's it going?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah. I think this is really cool. So each one of these has a speaker built in, so that
each frame has a speaker built in. So you just connect both earpieces, and then you click on another frame.
Yeah.
So they're going to be $200, and they will be available next month.
Interesting.
And then you can buy an additional frame for $49. But as an introduction, if you buy a pair, just go up one little bit. If you buy a pair, as you buy a pair, you can select a second frame for $1.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that is, I think, pretty neat.
Yeah.
So you'll get 2 frames for $201. Battery life is 5.5 hours of playback on a single charge. There's fast charge, where an hour and a half of playback, you can get an hour and a half of playback with a 10-minute charge. As I said, available in November, $200, $50 for the extra frame, except if you pre-order, you can get another frame for $1. Oh, and it was interesting. They showed me it's a little magnetic charger with a wire between it. So it's two little magnets, and they click onto the glasses so it can charge each earpiece at the same time. Bluetooth 5.0. I don't even know what IPX4 is. Do you have any idea? I guess you can get damp.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think as it goes down, I cannot remember. As it goes down, it gets more waterproof. 0 is just a rock, I think. I can't remember.
Well, they certainly have to be rain resistant,
right,
so it must be that. You can control them with touch or swipe or voice. Oh, and then you don't have to turn them on or off. They recognize when they're on your ears, they go on. When you lift them, they go off. The frames include prescription, polarized blue light filtering.
Oh, higher is better. Scooter X says IPX4 protects from splashing water no matter the direction. And if I remember correctly, IP and then the X is the dust level, and then the 4 is the wet level. So it doesn't really protect against dust, but it will protect against water.
Okay.
You know, a little bit splashes.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because, like, while trying it on, you kind of forget that it has this whole headphone, multiple speaker situation. I'm just trying on nice glasses, and then to think that I could have headphones in every time I'm wearing glasses is pretty cool.
Yeah, and taking phone calls and I thought it was something different. And we've had great luck with Anchor stuff, so I think they'll do a good job with this.
Yeah. Man, that's so cool. I now, on their website, I'm actually having a hard time finding out how to buy these things. How do I get them? Oh, get them now. No, this is the reserve bonus frames. I want to buy the normal frames. Interesting.
Is the buy button not up there yet?
So here, I'll show you what I'm seeing.
I think it just went live yesterday.
The try it now button is how you get to the thing, right? Get now. There we go. And it takes me to checkout page. It's $1. I don't think this is an actual dollar. I feel like this is the bonus. Yeah, the bonus frames.
Go back to the previous page. That is ridiculous.
And then I scroll all the way down. Get it now. This is the same. It costs $1.
That is ridiculous.
What's going on here, Soundcore? I want to buy your frames. These are really cool. Oh, maybe I needed to do the try on. It's going to break now because I turned it all off. But maybe I needed to try them on, choose the frame, and then I needed to start
maybe
from there.
Maybe.
Here, let's see if I can get it to work again. Because that's pretty cool. I don't think you reserve it for $1. So I have to do the $1 reserve. This is my pre-order $1 hold. I see. I didn't read all the
And that includes the extra frame?
I guess so. And so you're reserving it for $1.
That's the whole I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty.
Well, that's good because then you'll be on their list.
Exactly. I don't. How much were they?
They were $199.99.
$200. The offer's kind of nice. This is only $100 each, but still, I don't think I want to spend $100. I mean, that really is a great deal because sunglasses, hopefully high quality glasses, and then high quality speakers. AirPods are super expensive. Any type of Bluetooth, premium Bluetooth headset is expensive. So that seems really reasonable. These glasses are like clown glasses.
And the speakers, there's one behind the ear, the more powerful one. And then I believe the less powerful speaker in front of the ear. So your ear is totally filled with sound.
That is so interesting. Huh. Well, I'm very intrigued. I don't know if I should spend this $1 or not. I don't know if I want to spend $200 on sunglasses. But I definitely am more intrigued than a normal Gadget on this one. So.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Pretty
Well,
cool.
I think there might be a press link in there to reserve a pair for press.
Ooh,
We should,
I need
we
to
should
do
do
that.
that.
I do need to do
Okay.
that. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, do that because I'm not going to order them. So,
That's great. Okay, cool. The Soundcore audio eyewear. That is neat.
well, all right. Moving. We have one more memory of my boat with a different kind of gadget, and this is it.
Here we go.
Success, it's running. That's my Yamaha 225 horsepower V6 engine. And we came down to the marina and the battery was dead. So there was no way to crank that guy over. So I had to go up to the office, get a spare battery, some big jumper cables, hooked it up to my battery, jump started it, and as you hear it, it's running. So now I got to lug this battery back up and disconnect the jumper cables. Just give me a second here. And red and black, disconnected, and disconnect that, and lug this up to the office. Okay.
If you don't have one of those little portable jump starter units, well, you should get one. They're really great. This is the one that I just bought, Vidoka. Okay. It is a little bit smaller than the one I had. I gave it to a friend. The other one said it had 400 amps
Actually, I
of
think it's a
cranking
touch
power.
bigger.
This one says 600 amps of cranking power. This one also is a 12,500 milliamp battery. Okay. So it charges via USB-C. All right. So that's USB-C in, but you can use the same cable I use this to charge my phone. So just put it in the out and you can charge a USB-C device. This is where the battery cable hooks up and it has a built-in flashlight. I only found one sort of mistake in the instruction book, okay? It points to this as the flashlight, but in reality, when you turn the unit on, this you'll see 4 LEDs, you know that it's fully charged. This is actually the flashlight button. So this has to be on. And then this is the flashlight. And what you do is you hold that green button in and the flashlight comes on, press it quickly twice, and it goes into SOS, okay? And then quickly press it again, and it just goes into flashing. I think this is really nice, and that's it. Also, the jumper cables, they call them safety jumper cables. It'll indicate, it'll be flashing red, green as you're hooking it up, and then green when it's hooked up properly. So it will let you know if it's not hooked up the right way. I think these are really neat and easy to carry and relatively inexpensive. From several years ago, they're now down around half price.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because the Cobra that I had, my friend who lives in Miami, the mechanic who takes care of my boat, and he said, I drove my motorcycle to the airport. And he said, I've been up here 2 weeks. I just hope my motorcycle battery is going to be okay. And I said, take the Cobra thing with you, because then I'll buy another one and I'll see what the market is like.
Right. I get to review another gadget.
Yeah. Did I include a link to that? Because
I didn't see the Cobra, but I see the other one.
Let's see. The name of this is, if you can just type it in. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look. Oh, wow. Look at now what they're doing.
I know. 30% off.
30% off.
Whoa. Holy moly.
30%, 65, 650, 13, 18, 50.
20
Oh, okay.
bucks?
It's like down around $45.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
It is.
So when I had my Civic and even now with my truck, I have a version of this, and it is so nice. It is so nice, and the fact that it's a like a more modern battery versus I've had some of the big batteries and those break all the time. They never seem to be working. these more modern, smaller batteries are great. I absolutely love them. And I like to keep it even in my Tesla because you'll see somebody.
What do you do with it in the Tesla?
So you can't jump a Tesla. Well, you kind of can, but if you are, you're in a big emergency. But I like to carry it in the Tesla because every once in a while you'll be at the grocery store, you see someone with their hood up. They're looking, okay. They're looking for somebody to help jump their car. And if you walk over,
start a service, $20. I'll get you up and out of here.
Yeah, what's the cost you to get your car jumped? But I love this thing because it's convenient for everyone. And if I walk over with just this tiny little bag and these little clips and I clip it on, and they're just like, oh my gosh, thank you, because now I don't have to wait for the car in front of me to leave or try to get somebody to pull in sideways so the cable's long enough. You just walk over with one of these small little batteries and you've definitely made somebody's day. And so I personally keep mine in my Tesla trunk, even though it will never jump my Tesla. But as a emergency battery, let's say something bad happens, now I have an emergency battery, and then B, hopefully I can make someone's day a little better by jumping their car with this super convenient little device. I'm high praise for these type of devices. I love them.
There you go. Now this is different from the Cobra in as much as this charges via USB. The Cobra came with an AC adapter and a 12-volt adapter.
Interesting.
So this... But this, my God, this says it can start a 7-liter gas engine and a 5-liter diesel engine.
Yeah.
That's
and then the 6-month standby is good too, because I have had it where, kept the thing in my trunk for a year. And then
absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's great. This is I think that that's a very competitive price. What tends to happen is if friend's car is down, or I'm taking the truck out and I'm worried, I go to Walmart and I just see what they got, and it always seems like it's kind of expensive. This price seems pretty good.
Yeah, and Vidoka, a name you could actually say, not Kukalukamanga.
I have one of those today. Let me see. It's the Slitintu. It's great. Vidoka. I can say it.
Yeah. Vidoka. You can say it too. That should be their slogan. You can say it technology in our name. So there you go. That's a great little gadget. Love it. Yeah, that was fun. All right, now time for a What the Heck Is It? Everybody plays. Here we go.
It's time for What the Heck Is It? Dennis Wonderland for $5,000. What the heck is it?
It's a candle snuffer.
Wrong.
Oh, a candle snuffer.
I'm cheating a bit.
For those candles that always light up again, so you can just clamp it on.
It would be used like this.
An eyedropper.
Does that change your answer at all?
It's an egg holder.
Okay, Chad, chat room, anybody?
I think it's a suction cup.
It is I hid the thing. It is the smart funnel. Okay, now I don't know how smart this is. Okay, the smart funnel.
I understand.
The object here is that you hook one bottle on the top, like that, and another bottle on the bottom like that. The top bottle is upside down, and it's a way to transfer liquid from one bottle to another. So like a month ago, I did Flip It, okay?
I remember that.
So this is Flip It. And just when I saw this on Amazon, I thought, I'm just going to buy it as a what the heck is it? Because Flip It seems like such an easy way, especially when last time we did it, I hadn't done honey. I don't think I did. And I thought, wait a minute, the hardest thing to get out of a jar is honey. This way you just store it upside down all the time.
Much more elegant design.
Yeah, it is a more elegant design. And this also says that you can just store the bottle in it in the upside down position, and then all the contents will be toward the bottom. Okay, so I guess you could do that. But doesn't this look better?
Yes.
I mean, and I tell you, I was going to experiment using Curel, many years ago. The doctor said, you spend so much time outside, you should be using a moisturizer. So I was going to hook 2 Curel bottles back to back until I read 2 reviews. I bought this to transfer moisturizing lotions. The funnel is virtually useless when you want to transfer thick products. In fact, the funnel opening is on the small side, making the whole process even slower. The only advantage, it keeps both bottles fairly stable, but you need to be careful. It's helpful when you transfer very fluid things like shampoo from one bottle to another, but why pay $10? I think it's more than that now. And the other one, this is the easiest and cleanest way I found to get the last few ounces of Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. That's a moisturizing lotion out of the bottle. The bottles stay upright for 24 hours. The viscosity versus the funnel opening is such you may have to bounce the setup on the counter using both hands to keep it together. You have to do that once or twice during the transfer. When the top bottle is empty, remove it, and you may have to bounce the funnel to empty it as well. At this viscosity level, I also put a hole in the top bottle for airflow. You won't get it all done in 24 hours.
What?
But the process makes it worthwhile.
Oh, yeah. It
Folks.
makes it worthwhile.
This is the way to
I've never been happier saving 25
It doesn't
cents.
transfer content.
Although, a lot of people like
hours.
this. Maybe they don't know about this. Maybe, I don't know. I guess it is clever. I mean,
Too many parts.
yeah, then it's just too many parts. All right, but let's see. It did well. Smart
It did
funnel.
well.
It's $12. That woman said 10. Maybe she bought. If you buy them in multiples, you can. It drops it to $8. And I'm just going to see. Oh wow, it did very well. It got 3,500 right over here. 3,500 reviews, and it got 4.7 out of 5 stars. All right. So that's it. The smart funnel for $12, unless you buy 4. 4 of them is $28. And that comes to 8, 7, 14, 21, 28. $7 each. That's it. Smart funnel.
It looks huge. It looks like it really doesn't feel like it. Even the viscosity would slow that thing down. Like it looks massive. I cannot believe that it's saying 24 hours. Poke a hole in the bottom. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It's
I know. It just.
The last little bit of shampoo isn't worth it.
No.
Just
no.
toss that out.
Yeah. That's why the flip it is easier. You just
Just
leave
attach
it
it.
stored upside down. What is that?
I guess it could just be a funnel if you don't want to deal with the.
It's just a funnel.
You don't want to deal with
see.
the thing, but
Right. Well,
yeah, no thanks. That's
anyway, the smart funnel, I have my doubts about how smart it is. Oh, and also you'll be thrilled to know it's Amazon choice for funnels from Cumberland.
Oh, yeah. Every time I look for those funnels from Cumberland, I just get hit with a deluge of products, I really needed that Amazon choice to know what in the specific market of funnels
in the
from
world of funnels.
From Cumberland, yeah.
I went to Funnel World, and I was so confused when I was there.
That's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, you can get 4 for $27.
Oh,
One for 12, or 4 for 27. There you go.
not buying any.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And in colors,
In colors, you got
match the liquid. You match them to the color of the liquid. There's one for transferring egg yolks.
Yeah, this is so weird. The thing, that doesn't make sense. The reason you would want a clamp on the funnel is because it's some viscous liquid that takes forever to transfer bottles. But yet, it doesn't work well on viscous liquids.
Yeah, why didn't they just make a big opening on the funnel?
Yeah, make it larger.
Who knows?
That's weird. And this is our that might be our Kickstarter, Dickie D. Just a big
there
funnel.
you go. There you
got
go. There you
Big
go.
funnel, stick in the middle of the funnel with a clamp. Done.
And Bluetooth.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the unavoidable Check.
Crappy Corner. Get it.
Get it from the noticeable and rememberable name Silitintu. We got a gadget for you. We are in the gadgets to power your gadgets, and I recorded a video about it. So let's jump in. Hey Diggity, so we are back with another Powering Your Gadgets Crappy Corner. And this week we have the smart USB charger, whoa, smart voltage, and current recognition. Whoa. So let me go ahead and just open this up. This is how it came from Amazon. Hopefully I can open this quickly. Okie dokie. And here is the gadget. So the idea behind this is that it is a USB charging brick. This is something that will plug into your house. This is not a portable battery, but it has this screen on it, and as you can see, and the screen will tell us how much power is being drawn by whatever device is plugged into it. So for those of you who are just curious, kind of like me, and you want to know how much power is being drawn, if something says, that it's fast charging, is it actually fast charging? It just gives you a better insight as to how much power is being used by the devices being charged. So it comes with a kind of short, I guess I would say this is about 3 foot cable. Go ahead and plug this in down here to my extension cord. We'll plug it into the side. Boop. Do we see anything? We may not see anything until something's actually plugged in. Let me just double check that there's no power switch. No power switch. So let's start off. Let's go ahead and charge my phone. So I'm gonna plug this in. You can see it has 7 USB-A ports and then one tiny little USB-C port. I wish that it had more USB-C ports. Many of the devices that I have nowadays are shipping with USB-C cords and not USB-A cords. So we're gonna plug this in. And nothing. I think maybe there's a breaker in my house that I need to go flip. So I'll be right back. Okie dokie, the breaker is on. That was the issue here. So let's plug this back in because I want to see it boot up. And so it has a very bright blue light, and then it has what the charge is for each thing. And it's very, very bright. I kind of wish there wasn't that bright. So it says direct, I'm trying to understand what this is, DC at 5.2 volts, and then nothing. So go ahead. This is a very directional screen, as you can see. I can't read it while I'm pointing it at the camera. So we're gonna go ahead and plug in this. Boop. And there we go. So now it's saying 10 amps, or no, I guess that's 1.5 amps, 8.8 watts, 5.52 volts,
I guess that maybe I should know a little bit more about electricity before I start really trying to understand any of this. But there we go. We got a little display. Now, I feel like this would be fun as I add even more things to it. So let's add another USB into here. And then I'll plug this up to my Nintendo Switch. This thing's always needing power. So we'll plug this up. There we go. And to number 2, there it goes. This is kind of nice to know if, I was wanting 2 amps on my phone, that stayed pretty consistent. Once I plugged both things in, that was no big deal. By the way, I'm noticing that the screen dims after a little while, which is kind of, I guess, a nice feature. It still seems pretty bright, but right after you plug something in, it's like it brightens up, like, oh, something's changed, just to show you what's going on the screen, and then it darkens. Either that or my screen is just glitchy. So let's plug this in, see if we can plug it in. Okay, oh, see, the screen brightened up. Looks like we're pulling 2.7 amps on that one. We've gone up to 2.1 amps on the phone. 32 watts of power. Still at 5.25 volts. I don't know if people find this super interesting like I do, but I think that is kind of cool to see exactly what's going on. There's a little animation of the battery charging up. I was wondering if that was smart enough to know how charged somehow. This is 50% charged. It showed up over there. Guess not. But that is really, I think, interesting. There you go. So it works. It does its intended purpose, and all is good, I guess. So no complaints here. So if you're curious like me, you can pick up one of these. Smart USB charger, smart voltage and current recognition from Slitinto. Rolls off the tongue. See you guys back in the studio.
So it is on Amazon. Here it is, $27. Got pretty good reviews. There was a question, is it a fast charger? And it only goes up to 5 volts. Now, if you were to ask me the difference between a volt, a watt, an ohm, an amp, I'm not going to be able to answer correctly. But it doesn't do like the super fast charging. It's stuck there. It does up to 60 watts. So it was kind of cool to see the 30 watts up in the corner. Now I was halfway to full on charging things. So that's kind of cool as well. I could see this being really useful
click on the white one, Chad, because I just found it for $24.
Oh, yeah, here's one for... Wait. Really
the white one is cheaper.
Crumbs! I could have gotten a cheaper one. Darn it. It's a lightning deal. It's 15% off. Look at that. You only got 1 hour left on this lightning deal over there.
Oh.
That's interesting. There's also this one, which is it does Qi charging.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, look at that. So there you go. This is how many volts is this? 12 amps. Couldn't tell you.
20 watts.
Yeah, that one is only 20 watts. Now, I feel like this would be super helpful in maybe like a production situation where maybe you have a lot of batteries you have to charge and you just want to make sure that they're actually going and that they're charging. I would not see this being very nice, like say next to a bed or like a nightstand. That light is just too bright on the LCD screen, and I feel like that would just get way, way too annoying. So this is probably more for an area that you're charging something a lot all the time, and you want to just like keep an eye on it. So there you go. Multiple devices all at once. I do like that it charges so many devices all at once. And for whatever reason, if you need to have that information, then you got it about what the device is actually pulling and what it's actually doing, which is quite nice. Someone had some issue with it.
That's good. That's very good.
So there you go. Another powerful gadget done, and I want to see if I can also use this for some of the future gadgets that we're going to be talking about in later weeks to see how they work. This will hopefully give us a little bit of insight, because so I have an idea on a different gadget that I've already purchased, and so we'll see how that works. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
And our video is from Jeff and Adam, who've submitted several videos before. They say it's another Gadget Warehouse. It's a follow-up to a letter from Mo and the old telephone that Chad has on his shelf behind him. I think he explains it in the video, we'll see. So here is their video.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Jeff and Adam with a Gadget Warehouse video that kind of Mo inspired. So a couple months ago, whenever you air this, Mo had ordered a phone from eBay that brought him back to his childhood. Kind of inspired me to make a project. Since I really don't have any landline wires coming to the house anymore, I decided to order something called the Cell to Jack. Now, it's exactly what it kind of says. It turns any landline phone into a cell phone via Bluetooth. So, how does it work? It has a power supply, as you could see. I have it hooked up to an anchor. You could also hook it up to the wall. And basically you need a touch tone phone. I have it right. And to pair it, it's basically, you have to dial pound from any home phone to start pairing, and it pairs. But I didn't want to just hook it up to a modern phone. So I ordered an RJ11 adapter to an old phone, and as you can see,
Oh my
here's the
God.
old phone.
That is the exact.
It is hooked up to a Samsung phone via Bluetooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another phone that I have in the house.
I wonder how long that wire is going to stay connected to the handset.
Yeah, I know. It looks a little shorted, a little frayed. Oh my gosh.
Ringing along with my cell phone. I'm going to pick it up, and it's still kind of ringing, as you can hear. And it kind of works. There it is. And I can actually answer it and say hello on it. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's working. And there you go. Over 100-year-old phone.
Oh my
Hooked up
gosh.
via Bluetooth. Something called Cell to Jack. Power supply. Phone. And there you go. This thing cost me under $20, I think, at the time. I will share the link, but I thought you and your audience would really like it. It's called a Cell to Jack. Have a great day and keep up the great work. Take care.
That is too funny. Wow.
We go in
good.
both directions. We go into the future and back in time.
Oh, man.
Oh
That
my
is so
gosh.
cool.
What an incredible project.
Yeah. So the Cell to Jack stuff is apparently still available. This is sell2jack.com. Quit paying your landline bill and get a smartphone. That is so interesting.
Oh my gosh.
So when you're at home, it connects via Bluetooth, and then you have your home phone. That is so funny. That is
very
crazy.
nice. 100-year-old phone. Oh my gosh.
Ah, that is so crazy. The problem with this one is there is no telephone hookup. There isn't that I think you call it RJ45. The old kind of looks like a modern Ethernet, but not smaller.
Yes.
That does not exist.
What's on the bottom, Stick? What is that thing on the bottom?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's here. Let me show it to you. It's just this like weird plastic stuff. I don't know. They don't make screws like that.
You sure
anymore.
that that's a phone and not a bomb?
It might be. There's a chance. Schlumberg Carlson says at the top.
Oh yeah,
Schlumberg Carlson.
They made phones at one time. That was the problem, is that they forgot to put a way to hook them up. I think that was their big problem.
That was their downfall. I feel like I need to unscrew this to get at where it might be.
Look in the corner opposite where the corded line is.
Yeah, there's a hole, but not.
Oh,
the
I bet you
actual
that's
jack.
where the jack was.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I would assume, I've heard back when the telephone company owned your telephone and you just rented the equipment. And this feels kind of like that. It's like you had to have an actual technician get in there and plug it up for you. So yeah, that is so funny that we have like the exact same type of phone there. I really also wonder the quality. It just
I bet the voice quality was probably dreadful.
It's kind of classic though, that like desaturated voice coming through the microphone.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Like the range of within a 100 megahertz range.
Right, exactly. You got 2 hertz, you got.
Yes.
That's it.
It hurts when you speak and it hurts when you listen. 2 hertz.
2 hertz. That is
Jeff
really
and Adam,
cool.
thank you so much, you guys. You guys will get the December Mad magazine, okay? I have Calamityville Horror and another spooky satire in this issue. Oh, great. Oh, Chad has one right there. And so we're looking for more videos, okay? We are fast running out. We would love a video from someone who's never submitted a video before, okay? It is so easy. Just make a 2 to 3 minute video, 1 to 3 minutes if you want. Hold your phone horizontally. Just make sure we can see the gadget and hear you. And put it up on YouTube. There's a drop-down menu when you upload. Just click unlisted, and that way only people with the URL can see it. Send us the URL, and if we show it, we show 99% of everything we get. It goes to mail@gizwiz.tv, the URL, and your video can be anything to do with a gadget. We love it when you find an old gadget. Just tell us about it, how long you've had it, what it cost, and what it did if it doesn't currently work. Mail@gizwiz.tv and get it in soon. And if you're a new submitter, it's painless. It's painless.
Very easy. Very easy to do.
Yes.
So easy a caveman can do it. That's great. I'm trying to find your stuff in here.
Oh, that's okay.
With that, let's move on to the letter. Now.
Our letter is from Michael Prine, who writes, I have a gadget for the What the Heck Is It segment. I'm not sure how I should shoot the video. Should I show it and then say pause the video and wait a few seconds before explaining what it is? Also, Chad seemed to be fascinated by the crank on my wind-up radio. Oh, Michael submitted it. Remember he had that wind-up radio. It said, Chad seemed to be fascinated by the crank on my wind-up radio. I could do a video that shows the insides and how it works if you guys would like that. Michael Prine.
Cool.
Prine, Prine. So I guess show the gadget and just say, hey guys, do you know what it is? Any guesses?
Right. Give us a few seconds. Give us 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds sounds good. And,
right.
and chat room can, and if we can always stop the video too. And I guess you want to see a video of the inside of his crank up radio?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I guess we do.
Thanks
Well,
for the
if he
letter.
wants to know what 10 gadgets are taking up, how much wattage,
Right.
I'm sure he wants to see
Listen,
the
I'm a
inside.
curious guy, okay? I got to know these things.
He
How does
wants
the
to
crank...
see the inside of that crank up radio. And so does Adam and Mo, who just bought a 100-year-old telephone.
What is an amp? Okay, I need to know that too.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll be in the next letter. That's funny. Thank you so much for that. And hey, thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Thank you guys so much for your support of the show. If you like the show, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. That is where you can support the show. You support every episode that we upload. However you support, however much you support, we say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that support. If you want to give via PayPal, you can head on over to gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab, and there's a PayPal link on that page if you want to give that way. Thank you guys so much for your support of the Giz Wiz. We really appreciate it. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, you can head there to watch the show live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in and watch us make foolery of gadgets. If you want to join the chat room, that'd be wonderful. Chat along with all of the folks. And if you don't catch it live, no big deal. You can watch any of our episodes after the fact on the website, gizwiz.tv. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, and we also have some RSS links there if you want to use your own podcatcher of your choice. So please head on over to gizwiz.tv to find out more. If you want to know more about the gadgets that we talk about, you need a link to what we're actually seeing, head on over to gizwiz.biz. Dickie D has articles about all of the gadgets that we cover on the show. So you can see here, we have all the gadgets from last episode here on the page, and you can find links to their Amazon or the respective website that they exist on. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It? This is the game show online. This is the Gadget, the original, all of the Gadget, the whole Gadget. And this is obvious to me. This is a shoehorn for spiders. So if you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. 6 Mad Magazines for the correct answer, if you actually know what this gadget is. 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So if you tickle your funny bone while looking at that thing, you have more options to get this Mad Magazine. 18 in total. So get a guessing. What are we? We're in October. So we got 2 weeks left.
2 more weeks. I can't believe it.
So get a
guessing. And that also will lead us up to
our meetup.
Halloween virtual
meetup. Yes, that'll be great.
Okay.
So we're having our meetup on October 31st. So we would love your participation. Record a short video, a short introduction. Maybe you have already put your Halloween costume together and you want to show it to us. Please email the show that mail@gizwiz.tv. Mail@gizwiz.tv.
Or costumes of the past. If you have,
yes. If you have any stories.
If you decorated it. Anything Halloween-y.
I like it.
Okay. And it's 4:00 Eastern Time and 1:00 Pacific Time. And for Twit fans, there are no live shows on Twit that day. So you don't have a conflict.
No conflicts at all. So we hope that you are there. Our virtual Giz Wiz meetup, the annual Giz Wiz meetup. And that'll be hosted on the YouTube channel after the fact. That won't go out to the RSS feed. But if you wanna watch it after the fact, you can head on over to the YouTube channel and see that. With that, I think that wraps up.
Will it also be on our channel? Will it be on gizwiz.tv or just YouTube?
I think just YouTube, because to make an episode on gizwiz.tv, it publishes it. So
okay.
So it'll just live on YouTube if you want to check that out.
Okay. Okay.
So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next week.
I'll be here.